new opportunities and a new light on our team, absolutely. But it's exciting. It's fun when you have new faces. And you have a few veterans that have helped us. And we have a good synergy about us. And it's exciting. It really is.
How is it different without Juwan? You don't have the main guy there, but even behind the scenes things with, visits and, I guess
Sure.
he can't do anything, right?
Right. It's been good. Our staff, obviously, is a veteran staff with Phil, Sadi, H, myself, Teron being played here, Chris Hunter. We've kind of been through the paces, so it makes it a little bit easier knowing that we all have some responsibility, and then we got to pick up the slack a little bit from that that's missing with Juwan. But we've been down this road a little bit before, and again, you just want to make sure we're doing things right and staying together. And when there's, new obstacles, it's new opportunities for players and new opportunities for coaches to, to step up and to make sure we're communicating and everybody's in alignment with it and marching forward.
Is there a chance? I know you look at all the new guys coming in, we talk about them, but is there still a chance with a player either being from the get-go or in the winter semester? I mean, is there opportunities there?
I know what you're asking. you're beating around the bush right now. But you're probably talking and referring to Lee. That paperwork's in the works, and I'm just going to kind of leave it there right now until we find out what more is going on with it. It's kind of a daily thing now, is just trying to make sure the paperwork gets in alignment, and hopefully something will happen soon, but can't guarantee anything.
I know it's more like Trey Jackson. You talk about his game. Does he have 2 years, or is he a grad student? Does he have one, or is there a chance for two?
Yeah, he has that COVID year, so he has 1 year plus the COVID year, so he'll have 2 years to go, and that's a nice benefit, because anytime you go into a new system, it's just like a new job. It takes a little while to get adjusted, and some adjust quicker, some not as quick. And then once you gain that experience of a system, obviously the second year is a little bit easier because you know terminology and how people work. So we're trying to get most of all of our new players caught up to speed. The nice thing about them is we added age, we've added experience, which usually helps in the growth process.
You've seen teams in the past, in this early going. I mean, what's the, ceiling or outlook overall? If everything can come together, you guys taking some kind of, underdog mentality into this season, anything like that?
Not really. I think it's just for us as growth, getting better each time we step. I know it's an old cliche, but it's just continue to get better each day, and opportunity, and focus on the process of getting better and not look too far down the road because you get caught up in the early predictions and all those things that everybody likes to read. I get it. I'm not bashing anybody, but it is part of it, and I get it. But it's like today and tomorrow is just about getting better each and every day. The nice thing, again, our players have been coming in. They've been working hard. That's all you can ask out of somebody, like paying attention to details, create good habits each and every day. And every time we play, there's always somebody that plays a little bit better than somebody, so you got to make sure you stay somewhere in the middle. Don't get too high, don't get too low. But again, focus on that, and then focus on our team and making sure that we're playing well together. Basketball, like football, is a team sport. You have to play well together. And first, again, in the morning hours, we got guys in the gym right now shooting and working out before we practice. There's a good synergy about them, and I think we just kind of work in the dark a little bit, keep getting better.
Doug, what kind of forward progress do you think, or kind of progress that he's made?
I think he's made great progress. I think he's become a little bit more vocal. Doug's not an overly talkative, loud person, but Dougie is continually getting better. He's taken steps this summer of being here all summer and developing his body a little bit more. I think he's shown a little bit more leadership both on and off the court. And only time tells when we lace it up and play, but all intentions and everything pointing in the right direction. Dougie's making huge progress.
I want to ask you about the newcomer from Finland via Tennessee, Olivier Kamwa.
How about y'all to, how do you say his last name?
Kamwa?
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just testing y'all.
I saw him play against Duke. I mean, he looked great. He looked great against Duke. I mean, is that the...
I'll throw around great a lot, but
hey,
he's definitely added some, obviously, he added some real toughness to our back line. He's experienced, like I said, when you have a guy of his size and stature, and then he goes and plays in the World Cup. I mean, that's a great experience. He brings all that to a front with a young Terrace Reed and, really a young Will Cheddar right now, too. He had played a little bit. He hadn't played a lot, but played some last year. Gave some quality minutes. So that's a plus. But he brought that and his toughness and his vocal. He's really a vocal young man that understands how to play, he has great knowledge of the game, and looking forward to making sure he provides some leadership.
I have two quick ones left.
Go ahead.
Terrace
No.
Reed, like he's big enough to, if the guy's as big as him, he's faster, quicker than those guys, and he can kind of bully the little guys. I mean, I would expect that he could take a huge step. He's one of the leaders of the team. So.
Knock on wood. I hope you're right. We're counting on him, obviously, to take steps in the right direction. Again, he's a young man that stayed here all summer, worked on his body, worked on his game, improved his foul shooting, all fingers crossed, right? He's done a great job with that. And he's just a really good piece to what we're trying to get done. I think last year, if you watched him, he had some silly fouls that were just body out of place, ball screen not quite set. He clock a guy. I think he's starting to understand a little bit now timing of ball screens and how they need to be set to stay out of foul trouble. And that'll be a growth process for him too. But all intentions, he's moving in that direction.
With Juwan not being able to do any basketball related, does this come down? How does it affect official visits when you want to bring guys in? Can he even text them? Are you playing this week by week when it comes down to the visits and all that?
He's been communicating. I mean, that's but he had a 2-3 week window in there where he wasn't, but now he's communicating, and it's. The nice thing about the guys who are recruiting it, I think everybody understands this was not a appendicitis. This was a huge surgery that takes time to heal. I think I shouldn't say I think, I know our recruits understand and their parents understand. And it's a process to get them back, and they're patiently waiting, and so are we on his return. And prayers and thoughts are with him every day. So that's a big part of it.
Thanks so much for your time. Did you enjoy that San Diego State run?
What? Yeah, my guy Dutch. Wasn't that fun? It was really cool to see. I think the most cool thing to see was Steve and Mark behind the bench and on the bench there. I think that was a cool thing to see. It was really good. Me and Dutch talked a couple times during the process. It was really good. I think the big win against Alabama was a highlight of the whole run, but it was cool. It's very cool to see.